Welcome to Gamersledge Podcast, the weekly podcast about video games with news, reviews, analysis, and opinion. Keeping you up to date on how to wisely spend your money for video games, movies, RPGs, comics, books, and more for over 16 years. Find us online at Gamersledge.com. And now, your hosts.
And welcome to Gamersledge Podcast. This is episode 100/2.20 or 2.33. I am one of your hosts, Balth. With me this week, as always, is Neo-Sapien.
Howdy.
And Toad Monkey.
Hello.
Burgundy.
Mm-hmm.
And for the first time on the podcast, the Dark Druid Valk.
Hello.
We are, of course, a meeting across Skype. It's a fan-supported and listener-supported podcast by fans just like you. We give it to you free of charge almost every Thursday on iTunes.com.
Oh, no, they pay.
Gamersledge.com. Come on in, have some cheese curds and a Butterburger from Culver's. Sit down and relax. It's Gamersledge Podcast, conversation between friends and a look at the video gaming industry. Let's start, as we always do, with introductions and what you've been playing, starting off with, since he's the newcomer, Valk.
What I've been playing. That's a kind of a funny subject considering my PS3 is a glorified Blu-ray player that can't even put out HDMI right now. Honestly, despite the jokes earlier, it's been
Tiny Death Star.
Little Death Star.
Tiny.
Little Death Star has been the predominance of my gaming as of the last week or so.
Now, have you played Marvel Puzzle Quest yet?
You're like a
not.
drug pusher.
You can't. You please play that game.
No, you can't enjoy Tiny Death Star, even though it's awesome and it makes people happy.
I never said you could not. Never said that. I just asked if you like this, you might also like.
No.
Because
you
there's
will
so
like
much
more.
more.
You will like more. I love Marvel.
That was
You will love it.
So how long? I mean, what size is your elevator? Is that the appropriate question? Did I cut out there?
No. What?
No, crappy earphones, and I'm still getting an echo.
So tell us about your playtime with Tiny Death Star.
Well, it's Little Death Star. I think I'm at, was it 16 up and 7 down right now? I'm looting. I'm not sure. But, yeah, I mean, it's a nice little time killer.
That was well timed.
Yeah.
So has anybody else, let's see, it'd be Valk and Burgundy, have either of you hit the point where it won't give you the right Imperial level to carry on with the Imperial missions yet? So I built like
hammered
3
through
more
that.
Imperial levels and it won't give me the communications array.
Yeah, I got the
Yeah, that's the one I'm
communications
waiting
layer
for,
after a
too.
few.
So yeah, I'm not willing to pay to get the communications array or communications room or whatever, but yeah, it won't give it to me now, so I'm like just waiting to make enough money to buy another Imperial level.
You'll get it.
Well, speaking of games that you don't have to pay anything for because they don't make you, Marvel Puzzle Quest. Did I mention that? Just saying.
Says the guy who spent the most money on the game ever in its history.
Actually, I believe I was surpassed by someone on this podcast. Thank you very much.
How was it?
Say it sure wasn't me.
No way. I didn't. Did someone else? Oh, you guys. What?
Seriously, did you?
Who was it?
Oh, right. Yes. Let's point fingers.
No,
Who said
seriously.
it?
So I thought you were the only one that actually paid money.
No, you told me you surpassed me.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I never paid money into that.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Nice try, though.
I was like, Neo-Sapien spent money? Did you find coupons
Me?
for it?
Oh no, no. Dear Lord.
By the way, while Neo-Sapien was here, he watched the end of the podcast last week, and he was in stitches when you said maybe he can print some coupons.
We'll have to wait and see if that happens tonight.
That's awesome. I can't wait. It's like the highlight of the night for me. just to hear that printer go, and I'm like, yeah, coupon time, baby.
I'll
So-
mail it to you.
Toot Monkey, how about you? What have you been playing this week? And talk about.
Oh,
what
you know, I posted about the best console ever. No, it's a good console. I like it. It's the Xbox One. I've been playing it, and well, actually, I haven't been playing it. I've been watching it because that's all we do now is Netflix and Hulu Plus. But I've gotten achievements for it. Yay! I did play a lot of Dead Rising 3. Sorry. I did play Forza 5, which looks phenomenal. I love that you can change damage on that, whether it can be, Gran Turismo mode, where it looks pretty no matter what. Or you can actually have things hanging off and bumpers about to fall off and lights and paint scratches. It's pretty cool. Then I got Battlefield 4, and I played that for an hour. And that was awesome. The graphics on this one was crazy cool. I really enjoyed it. And then Marvel Puzzle Quest all the time. Let's see, what else? I have not turned my my 360 on for a while, which kind of bums me out, but I'll get to it eventually for more games, because I still got tons of games. And I bought more games not to play during the Cyber Monday price match stuff. Yay! And Lego Marvel Superheroes is coming in Friday.
that game is so good.
I have friends coming over to play. They want to play the Xbox One, and how else show off the cool graphics of the Xbox One than with a Lego game? So that's what we're gonna play. I have two
It
controllers.
actually looks pretty good. All right.
Okay.
It's really good, and
It looks amazing.
it plays really well too. That's the
Oh, okay. But they know how to play the Lego games and how ridiculously fun they are with other people, and so that should be entertaining. And there'll be beer involved, so that's gonna be awesome. I'm excited for that, and yeah, just lots of Marvel Puzzle Quest. I've maxed out 3 of my characters now, and I'm working on 2. And these side tournaments are amazing. They're just so fun. It is an addiction. I'm addicted to it. Step 1, done.
Neo Sapien. And Don't Tell Me Work is a game you've been playing.
Oh, well, it's the one I get to spend most of my time. Let's see, Battlefield 4, not a lot, but got some time into that. I've been playing Ratchet & Clank Into the Nexus the last couple of nights, so I've got a couple hours into that now finally. It's Ratchet & Clank. It is pure, unadulterated, unfiltered, uncut Ratchet & Clank. It's fun. Let's see. Vita got some time over last week, so I put some time into what's it called? Virtue's Last or something last. I was gonna bring it in here with me because I can never remember the name of the darn game. Virtue's Last Reward or something like that.
That sounds right to me.
It's a really odd, weird, interesting game with psychotic AI bunny rabbits. Yeah, but it's interesting. It's very Japanese, very Japanese. So I've actually only played one level. You spend way more time in cutscene than you do actually playing, at least so far. So also fired up. Is it pronounced Disgaea? Disgaea. Disgaea 3 on the Vita. Started playing some of the free mobile type games that were on there, and then got to where the paywall hits you, and then I uninstalled them. That, and when I was over at Balth's, I tried out. What was it? What's it called?
Assassin's Creed.
There you go, Assassin's Creed.
Black Flag.
So that's pretty fun.
I hate you for that.
Not enough for me to actually. Yeah, Valk has actually played the whole series, haven't you?
Oh yes, I have mastered the whole series up to
So
4.
he's the one that really should have been
So,
playing it. But
since Neo Sapien is the king of spoiling things for people, did he also come back and rant about the storyline and what he thought about it? Valk?
Me?
Yeah. Did he?
I have not heard anything about it, thankfully.
Okay, so if
Otherwise,
he-
I might have had heard him in ways that he can't even imagine.
Yeah, there we go. I like this.
I am not, I don't do this all the time. Most of the things I spoil are so minor that only you care.
Reminded me of that
He
guy.
said he doesn't do it all the time. That's hilarious.
But when I do, I don't do it to people who can physically kill me.
I own a gun somewhere.
I want a gun. Everybody has guns.
Welcome to America.
Civilization.
America.
Let's see. I think that's pretty much it. There's been some little stuff in between there. I keep downloading all of the free games. One of my kids started playing Dragon's Dogma just because it's free and we have it.
Free is always good.
Free is very good. Well, free is a relative term. It is with the plus subscription, but
Well, yeah.
Ibn Ab, I downloaded, but I haven't tried it out yet, so we'll see on that one. What-
Hippity hop.
What was this week? What was?
This
Oh, was that
week
Soul
was Grid 2.
Sacrifice? No,
Grid
that was
2.
Grid 2. Soul Sacrifice was last week, which I haven't tried out either.
Oh crap! I just downloaded it too. Well,
And-
tried to download it.
So
Do you-
yes.
Do you have a Vita, Valk?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have a Vita for the couple hours a month that I spend at Neo's.
Gotcha.
Yes. Any of the trophies that were gotten on those mobile games on Vita, that was actually him playing. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Other than that, Doctor Who 50th anniversary episode, Almost Human is amazing. I'm still digging Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., although there's no episode this week. Next week we get the return of a character. Oh, see, I didn't spoil it, even though it's in the ads and everywhere.
Some of us purposely stay away from those so we don't get it spoiled. Thanks.
No, it's impossible.
Now I know something
it's-
about the plot.
It's
that I
it's
want.
impossible to stay away from this stuff.
It is too possible.
No, it isn't. It's
I
They
haven't
showed
seen
that at the
anything
end
about
of
it.
the last episode, so
Yeah.
come on. I'm going to give him a pass on this one. I'm going to actually defend him on this one.
I'm 6 episodes behind Walking Dead, and you don't see it being spoiled for me online.
How are you 6 episodes behind on The Walking Dead? How can you? I can. Oh,
I don't have
I
cable.
guess I haven't
and
seen
I'm
Agents
just
of
waiting.
Shield yet, so I can't say anything.
I don't have cable either. I'm a cable cutter, so
Neither do I.
I
I
tend
have the
to.
internet.
Yeah.
I borrow stuff from the internet, but
But
it's
the-
mid-season, so I get to just get it as a collective.
Okay, so you guys just don't go anywhere geeky on the internet because it is. I mean, I hadn't even started watching Game of Thrones, and I basically knew everything that had ever happened in the entire series simply because of headlines that pop up right on the front page.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, aren't you sad?
That and they were books.
Well, yeah,
That
but
were around for
That
years.
explains a lot about
books
music.
that are this friggin' thick.
You know, I can summarize: rape.
Death.
Oh boy! All right,
Rape-
so
rape,
so
death,
let's see. Let's see. I played Marvel Puzzle Quest.
Rape, death,
Uh, Marvel Puzzle Quest, episode 100. Everybody. Yay. Marvel
Where it
Puzzle
all
Quest.
went to hell.
We're not gonna let Mark talk.
I did. I logged a
Oh,
bit
no,
of Marvel
Dave,
Puzzle
definitely
Quest.
go
I
get a
did
drink.
not. I did not manage to win the Invisible Woman. That kind of bummed me
Was
out.
that
That's-
the Red ISO 8?
Yeah, that was the Red ISO 8. I just could not get anywhere close.
I got so
They
ticked
were-
off. I got over 500, and then I had to go to work and can't play games while I'm there, so then I got dropped down to like 600.
Yep.
Pissed off.
I
Fair.
played a bunch of Lego Marvel superheroes. I'm really enjoying that. Although the weird thing about it is that you can't get. It appears that you can't get to free play mode on any of the levels until you beat the story.
What?
So yeah. So just FYI on that.
Wait.
And the levels are so freaking huge.
They are. They're ginormous.
So yeah, you can't. You can do co-op right off the bat, but you can't change characters or do free play until apparently you've beaten the entire storyline.
I
I
personally
really love-
uh,
Can I just say the one thing I really love about the game, like the biggest thing ever?
that they
What's
work
that?
Spider-Man into every level.
No.
Wow, spoiler.
Damn it, Neo Sapien.
That one I did on purpose because I don't know if it's true or not.
It's not, thank God. Spider-Man sucks.
I just love how
come
they
on
have
now.
what you call when you get all the pips, whatever the bonus is for getting all the pips.
Yes.
It's just Stanley screaming out Excelsior and the Hulk screaming in the background. Like, it's just great.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
It is
It's
pretty
so
good.
great.
And in this game, it's called True Believer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, when you max out your little stud bar. That's literally what it's called, is your stud bar.
I feel so bad that I couldn't rescue Stanley in the one level already.
Well, you can in free play, but again, you don't have access to that.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
need to
Until,
go.
yeah.
The mini kits are like really hard to find.
They are really, really hard. I can barely find any. I mean, I got one on the first level, and that was about it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, holy crap.
I'm guessing
game's
free
definitely
play is
challenging.
Huge, but
Yeah, the game is definitely challenging. I've got Thanos for the darn game, and I can't go play with him because I don't have free play unlocked yet. Shut up, Neo Sapien.
Thanos is in the game? Spoiler.
Yes! No, it's a downloadable content pack. It's a purchase.
You already spent money on it.
Oh yeah, I spent money as soon as it came out on the PS4. I'm like, oh look, all the DLCs are here. Let's buy them all.
and you
And
got
actually,
free $10
I
when
used
you bought your
that's what I
PS3,
used. I used my free $10 to get it. So there you go.
And then, so did I.
So
Damn.
Battlefield 4, I've been playing a lot of. Yeah, Neo Sapien advanced in levels very quickly because we did some experimentation while he was here since we actually had 2 PS4 accounts signed in. Here's the thing I want to talk about first. Battlefield is incredibly broken. It's been broken since launch. Less so now, but
Unless you're playing Flood Zone.
yeah, or a couple other maps that it will crash out every time. But here's the interesting thing. I have Battlefield Premium. I paid the $45 for Battlefield Premium to go ahead and unlock the map packs early and get all this other stuff. So when Neo Sapien logged in on my machine, he got Premium for free.
Nice.
Free?
What?
So since he logged in on mine, he got access to all the unlockable battle packs and all the other stuff. Now that he has returned home, if he logs in, he does not have Premium, but he still has all the unlocks from when we did it on my machine.
Wow.
And as long as something new comes out, a certain somebody, just logs in as me.
On his PS4, and he gets all those unlocks.
That's
That
sweet.
answers that question.
The most important thing here, though, is like all the people that really hate microtransactions in games, thank Bob. All his fault.
Oh, we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Segue. So I wanted to do a quick rant. I think that EA has released probably the most broken game I have ever seen at launch ever in Battlefield 4. I mean, it is now, 3 weeks post-launch?
Give or take.
And we still do not have a working game. People pay $60 for the game, and then in my case, another $40, making $100 total for premium. And yesterday they were supposed to launch the China Rising downloadable packs for those people that were premium. That got what's that? FUBAR'd. I was thinking about the military term there. So that got FUBAR'd, and it actually told premium people that, hey, you have to buy the premium pack in order to get this stuff. So that it seems like every single thing is broken. EA,
Wait,
fix your freaking games.
What's FUBAR stand for?
Fudged up beyond all recognition.
That's not what it is.
Yeah, that's not what it is.
I like
right.
fudge.
What's the rating on this again?
It's PG. It's PG.
Not Marine.
Yeah, not Marine. I agree with that. Hooah.
So it's basically situation normal.
No, that would be
Oh.
Snafu.
uh,
Or Tarfu.
the
which is
only
very,
other
not really used very often.
Let's see. The only other things I did, we watched season 1 of Doctor Who with the missus, and now Eccleston is her favorite, and she doesn't like Tennant. we caught up on our Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I 100%ed the first city, which is Havana in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. And the funny part was that I was not the person who purchased Assassin's Creed Black Flag in our household. The missus did, because she loved the visuals of the boats and sailing and fighting on the high seas, and she was really excited for the game. And then once I got to Havana, she's not stepped foot down here to watch me play it again or be involved in any way, because she doesn't like the land exploration. She's like, call me when you're back on a boat.
That's awesome.
So
I do have to say that the sea battle is only a slight variation, which was done umpteen years ago in Sly Cooper 3.
well, I would say that it's only a slight variation from Assassin's Creed 3's.
Well, it's even slighter from that, yeah. So.
Yeah.
That was awesome on 3.
No, it is. I think they've actually made a lot better choices with it here, with how you can upgrade your ship and the different powers you have available to you while you're fighting at sea. I really like the graphics. They're just absolutely gorgeous. But to me, I spent probably, I don't know, 3 to 5 hours 100%ing Havana, and I have to say that
Sounds dirty.
yeah, it's still. I guess the best way I can say it is it's still an Assassin's Creed game. The things that frustrate you about an Assassin's Creed game, like auto catching a wall when you're not trying to, that's still there. But
Not as bad as in 1, though.
no, not nearly as bad. But it's still prevalent enough when you're trying to get away from somebody and you accidentally crawl up one direction when you're trying to go the other direction. It's enough that it's still kind of annoying. But that being said, that's really my only thing that I have a criticism of so far. Everything else, I think this is better than 2 myself. And I think 2 is really kind of the pinnacle of the series in terms of technical execution.
Okay, so now spoil the story setup. Come on, do it. You know you want to. Wow, silence.
Silence.
Silence has fallen. That doesn't happen for another 20-some days. More
Did we
silence.
lose him? Or is he just kinda-
Did I shame him off the internet? What?
I guess so. He dropped off.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Now there's 3 of them.
Oh, jeez.
What do we do?
You're
Clone
muted. How did we do this?
What?
We found out how to clone people.
I have no idea. It just
Google has cloning technology.
Google literally just signed me out as I was in the middle of a sentence. Thanks, Google.
In all fairness, it wasn't a very good sentence. So
It was just like that penalty in the basketball game.
But you know what? I think it happened to Valk too.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
He got
This
bumped.
isn't
I
funny
thought he
anymore.
doesn't move much, so I thought he was just sitting there.
No, I can hear him on the audio podcast, but he's not in the video podcast at the moment.
Oh, and there he just went away. And your clone did too. You did off. You did your clone off.
Killed
Knocked
your
him off.
clone.
That-
Heartless.
I think that's illegal in some states. So let's see.
No, not really.
While we're waiting for Valk to come back on, why don't we talk about what you played this week, Burgundy?
I'm playing Tiny Death Star a lot. I have about 34 total levels.
Holy scrap!
Yeah, dude. It's not healthy. I don't know. It just seems to work.
So have you got people who are all in their dream jobs on all the levels and everybody
No, I
level
have
9 and
I have a few,
everything?
though.
Or... What?
I said I have a few.
Yeah, Velk was on a mission to get everybody in a level B in their dream job and at least level 9.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working on that.
You're not in the hangout, Valk. He's saying that he had you beat, Burgundy.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, snap.
but then you couldn't hear him because there we go.
'Cause he's muted. So
Oh, but
I'm
you gotta unmute yourself.
Okay, I gotta fix this real quick.
There you are.
Hey,
So
But yeah.
what were you saying about Tiny Death Star?
Yeah, so I have like 34 levels total right now. It's, kind of starting to get that unhealthy stage. I'm starting to like evict people just because they're not pulling their own weight, and doing all that kind of stuff. So
I was doing that at 10 levels.
Yeah.
Now,
I
when
didn't
you
realize it at
evict,
first. I was just kind of doing it as a time waster. I didn't really care about the mechanics of it. And like now I'm caring.
so when you evict people, does Darth Vader come down and force choke them to death,
No, I wish they did.
or does General Tarkov or the Emperor come and fry them? Scarf Karov?
Seriously? You're going to disparage Tarkin like that?
Oh no, it's another video game thing.
He's a Grand Moff. Thank you very much.
Oh, grand. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's not go there.
Have some respect.
He's dead, Jim.
Anything else you've been playing?
I was playing a bunch of Marvel Lego on the PS4. I'm really enjoying that. It's a really fun game. They did a really good job on that one.
They did a really good job.
Like, I'm really happy with it.
Good voices.
Yeah. Is Coulson's voice in it?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's actually Agent Coulson.
That
It
is.
him, right? Okay.
Yeah, it is him.
Because when he
That's Clark
first showed
Gregg.
up in the game, it didn't sound like him. But then, like, as soon as like the inner level stuff, when he was like doing the commentary, like I'm like, that's totally him. So
There's a couple of times where it doesn't sound like his Coulson voice, but it's him.
yeah, and he was amazing in Much Ado About Nothing. If
I still
anybody's
have
seen
to
that,
see that. Is it on anything yet?
I don't know. I bought it actually. It's really good, and a friend of mine had this like really funny theory about it. So it was actually.
So here's my question: did you buy it for the content or just the fact that it's a Whedon production?
That's unfair.
Can it be equally both?
I think I
Yeah.
struck a nerve.
No, it's just, of course I bought it just because it was a Whedon thing.
Okay.
But it was actually, like, it's actually something I would watch because of, like, all the actors in it, but all the actors in it are Whedon people. So it's like, it's like one of those Mobius strips if I had to buy it. Does that make any sense?
There's a theory of the Mobius strip. I can't remember anymore, but it's an Orbital song, and it uses Worf from Next Gen, where he's explaining the Mobius strip.
Nice.
So yeah.
So
They
that I'm
actually weren't able to come up with. That's
Not,
kinda worst.
well, no, it's a Star Trek or TV show quote
Oh,
set to music.
I got it.
So
Star Trekking across the universe.
no.
also catching up on Doctor Who finally. I got a brief subscription to Hulu Plus just for it, and I'm going to cancel that stuff as soon as I can. I basically got Hulu Plus for like a trial thing just for the extra money and Tiny Death Star.
It's awesome.
Dude, it was like a couple $100. I had to upgrade the elevator.
So what do you think up until this point, in general terms?
Of what? Tiny Death Star?
No, of season 7 of Doctor Who.
I'm actually enjoying it more than I thought I would.
Or wait, that would be 6.5 for him, right?
No, it's 7.5.
Oh, okay. So he's not watched 7.5. He's
No, he's at 7.5.
He's at-
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
I just finished the Snowman one from last night. Was a Snowman episode that I watched.
So
and I
that's
thought that was
the
great.
season.
That one, I really like that one a lot.
Yeah, I really got a kick out of that. I'm at the point now where I'm just like, okay, I really like Matt Smith, so I'd really like to see this continue.
Yeah.
And then I
Oh.
remembered.
Did
Yeah.
everyone see the picture that Turo posted on Facebook today?
No. What
It
That is brilliant.
was awesome. It's if you go to one of the last things I posted, it's someone mashed together Muppets with the Doctors, and
So
they
it's
put.
every Doctor is a Muppet.
I think
I did
who
see
they
that.
made 11th Doctor
It's hilarious.
is like
And it's perfect.
It's perfect. I don't want to say who it is because
I don't
want
either.
you to see it.
Well,
Um,
all I will say is Burgundy, if you are enjoying him as the Doctor now, you will enjoy the next half season even more so. And when you get to that 50th anniversary episode, there won't be a moment throughout it where you aren't dreading him leaving.
Yeah, I'm at that point now where I'm just like I'm really used to him as it, and I really think he's doing a good job. And like now I'm just like
You guys realize you're going through the stages of a Time Lord, right? I mean, this is like the grief cycle, right?
Yeah.
This is documented.
Well,
we'll all get over it. It'll be okay.
It's Doctor Who you mented?
I don't know how long it
Shut up.
took me to like actually like give Matt Smith a chance because I was
I-
pissed.
I didn't like it. Fifth season is my least favorite out of all of them.
Dude, I was hammering through those episodes because I just got it all on Netflix and everything.
Mhm.
So I was just steamrolling through the stuff, and I got through the Eccleston stuff quick, and I'm like, hey, this guy's pretty good. But my friend said, don't get attached to him because he's gone in a season. So I didn't really get too like involved in him. I thought he was great, but then Tenet started, and I'm like, this guy nailed it. And then like that was just awesome, and I got really pissed when I started watching the episodes that he wasn't in.
I absolutely dislike what is it, the 11th hour, the first episode of season 5. I
Yeah.
still hate it to this day.
So
Dude, it took a while.
So I think though, when you do get to the 50th episode, without spoiling anything, one of the things that they do very well is they actually identify each of the doctors and what their archetypes are, and they do it very well.
Are you covering your ears?
Yeah, I think that was actually. I am. Listen, I'm not Neo Sapien. You don't have to worry. I'm not gonna spoil your stuff.
Yeah, he's really good at it.
Well, if you do, I deserve it for having not seen it yet.
No, because I understand not being able to get to something.
Oh,
I'm not gonna
do you
spoil
want to
it.
watch it? Because I can share
Yeah. We'll do that off camera.
Okay,
Yeah.
sweet.
But
Everyone dies, so.
Mm.
And I got all
Hopefully
my
everyone
nieces
dies.
and nephews like Doctor Who based Christmas gifts.
so speaking of, I got one of my Christmas presents from the missus in the mail. She got me a new iPhone case that's a TARDIS.
Nice.
And it's leather. It's made out of leather. So
Oh,
that's
nice.
It's like the
it's
book.
it's pretty
Yeah.
sweet. So that I
Sure.
was
Here, I didn't spoil it. No.
Yeah, my one niece, she's always making like cupcakes and stuff, so I got her TARDIS cupcake molds. So she's gonna be
Nice.
freaking out that because she always has her little friends over, and they always like have like snacks and everything, and
You
they like
need to send me
marathon
the link
Doctor
for
Who
that.
stuff.
You need to send me the link for that.
ThinkGeek.com.
Yeah, it has a giant sale happening. Does it
Yeah,
still
they have
happening?
all kinds of stuff.
Hmm.
And I also got her a it's a little
Now,
cell
did you see
phone
what somebody did with the? You've
I was-
seen the?
talking.
Oh,
He doesn't spoil, but he's just a rude son of a gun, you know.
yeah. So, not the cupcake molds, but have you seen the Jello molds? The
That might be
TARDIS
the same thing.
Well, so the interesting thing is I saw somebody, they actually were able to half mix blue and clear on different sides, so it looks like the TARDIS is fading out of existence.
Yeah. It's two sides of it. That's what the mold is. It's two halves.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's the exact same thing I got her.
Okay.
And got her a little cell phone charm that's like a little tiny TARDIS that's in a bubble.
He doesn't want
Is that a Charizard and a TARDIS? A TARDIS?
No, that's the rum kicking in.
Okay.
You don't have enough badges.
But it's a little
time
it's one of those little cell phone. It's one of those little cell phone charms, and it like starts spinning and lighting up when a phone call comes in. So she's gonna freak out over that. And then some other like my nephew, my littlest nephew, he's like really into the Matt Smith Doctor, and like he's running around all the time going, bow ties are cool. Like he's so I got him this little fez and bow tie kit.
Oh, nice.
It's like
He's gonna look like a monkey.
Give him
That's
little
awesome.
symbols.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's hilarious. Well, with that, let's jump down into the news. I have like
Wait,
5
there's
stories.
news?
Yeah, there's lots of stuff that happened this week, and we've actually not done the news in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. So I thought it might be nice for us to visit on our 100th episode. Go back to actually
Go
doing
back to
some
our
of the news.
roots.
Yeah, our roots.
Our roots.
First news item that I have it was announced today, actually, that as of an unnamed source, the Sony's Gaikai cloud streaming service will
Or
not
does.
hit the PlayStation 4 until third quarter of 2014 in North America, with European support delayed until 2015.
Honestly, I'm actually surprised it's that soon.
Well, and then Andrew House also told Eurogamer that they're on track to reach within 2014, and then from there what they want to do is expand the service to Vita and other mobile devices, essentially removing the need to purchase expensive hardware to play high-end games. So I'm still expecting this to cost something, but even if it was, say, $20 a month, I'd be all over it. What about you guys?
Again, I just like to say Sega was way ahead of the game with the Sega Channel, because that's all this is. No, nobody remembers that at all?
Except all they had was Sonic clones to pump out.
That's not true. They had all the
Coupons!
Sega games.
I was waiting for him to say something.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm done with the night.
Oh, I'm out of paper.
No coupons for you.
No!
No thrift savings, sir.
Oh, shoot, where's the paper?
Please continue with what you were saying.
No, Sega had something like way back in the day called the Sega Channel, which was something that actually hooked up to cable providers. Does anybody remember this, or am I the only one?
No, you're the only one.
Wow. Okay, so they had this
How
thing
long
called
ago
Sega
did you know
Channel.
cable existed?
Yeah, it hooked up. It was like a special cartridge that actually hooked up to your cable box, and you could download any game into it. And for like the longest time, like they had an exclusive on some Mega Man game on there, and that was like the only place that you can play this thing for the longest time was like if you had like the Sega Channel, like on your cable box. And it was like it came with either I think like an extra monthly fee, and you can just play whatever you wanted. Anything they had on there, you could just download it right to your cartridge and play it as much as you want, and then download another game, whenever you want. So, welcome to 1990.
Only better and less expensive to implement and used by more people? Right, got it.
And
So?
among the Sega geeks, he has just proved himself the biggest Sega geek.
Yes.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
All right, maybe.
The
All
monkey's
right,
having
anybody-
some problems there. He's making faces.
Anybody else have a news story, or shall I continue down the list?
Log me out.
I did actually have one.
Go for
It kind of ties into what we were talking about earlier on an article on GameInformer.com. They said that EA has announced that they're halting all future projects with DICE until they fix Battlefield 4.
Ooh.
Thank God.
So,
Amen.
It's only about
So
a
are they
month
having-
overdue.
Are they having problems with it on all the systems?
Yes, on every single platform.
It
So
most stable on PC,
No,
less on Xbox, and even less on PS4.
yeah, but if you're over the forums, PC users are completely off the wall. It's not working for almost anyone.
is
Yeah,
it
I
just
know a
specifically
couple people who
multiplayer?
returned it right away on Origin. So
Yeah. What's that? Dude,
Is
Monkey?
it just multiplayer or?
No, there are problems with both single-player campaign and multiplayer. Now,
How in the world?
I haven't hit any single player issues. To be fair.
I have. I
Yeah.
actually have had my save file deleted and corrupted
That's right.
like
Oh my gosh.
4 times. I stopped trying to
Wait.
play it.
Didn't you put your PlayStation 4 like out in the wild because of this game?
Yes, and
Yes,
it's
that's
actually
the-
working much better now. Thank you.
Ravaged by wild beasts on the internet. Yeah.
I was just trying to say, you still have it out there? Like,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I have.
Has
I have-
everything been stolen yet?
No, it's perfectly fine.
No, it's not. That's so unsecure.
And there's so many people that put it in their DMZ. Like literally
It also
every single
got rid of
person.
you?
No, but every single person that I have spoken with on my friends list that's playing Battlefield has put their PS4, with the exception maybe of Neo Sapien, I don't know if he did or not, has put their PS4 in the DMZ so that they can get access and not drop from the EA servers. Now, the funny part to me about this story is that EA is telling DICE, oh, you shouldn't do that, but EA is the one that forced them to launch the game now,
Oh.
unfinished. So
So it's not It's EA's fault, not DICE's, of course.
Yeah, DICE has been working on the game for 2 years. It's a combination of both their faults.
Oh,
But
it's easy to blame EA. Name one bad thing they've ever done in their history.
for those of you at home not keeping track, EA has been voted worst company in America for the last 3 years running.
No.
Yes?
Well, I'm not sure in America, but definitely the bottom of the stack for game development.
And they haven't re-released Mule yet.
No, you are underestimating this. EA has been voted the worst company in America for 3 years running.
It really beat Activision? Everybody hates Activision.
No, it beat Activision handily.
Yeah, EA actually had spouses of employees, not happy at all.
Yeah,
wow.
They're evil.
Yeah, it's really bad that, and the worst part about it is they're just a friggin' game company. It's not like they really do anything that bad.
I knew someone that used to work there. Yeah, they do bad stuff.
Well,
what?
Yeah, but
do they put hot coals on naughty parts or what? What's going on?
Yeah, it's just it literally was there was just not a care in the world about true quality of product. They really were just trying to they would just throw bodies at stuff and wear them out, and as soon as you're as soon as you were completely worn out, gone.
And a lot of over hours, 90 to 120 hour work weeks during crunch time.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you even work for a company? That's not even fun.
Well, because that's how you get resume fodder.
Yeah, because you're sitting there oh, I'm working for EA. This is awesome. I'm working in the video game industry. And they knew that, and they took advantage of that with a lot of people.
Wow.
They're the puppy mill games.
Exactly.
I do.
Speaking of video games, Dragon's Crown, our beloved side-scrolling beat 'em up. I do play it, thank you, on my Vita mostly, but also available on the PS3. Atlas announced yesterday that they have shipped over 800,000 copies of the game, and
How did that happen?
And the Vita exclusive Persona 4 Golden shipped 700,000 copies.
Wow.
And both of those numbers include the number of copies downloaded through the Sony PlayStation Store. So that's not bad for Dragon's Crown being released in July of this year, and everyone, you had to pay full price. There was no cross buy, but there was cross save. That's pretty fantastic.
And it's kind of a niche game.
It is a niche game, and it's a really good niche game, by the way.
What is going on?
Did you just clap wooden shoes together?
No, I closed the case.
Oh, I thought we were suddenly transported to Holland.
It sounds like he's been reconfiguring the TARDIS and just clicked his wooden heels together.
One of the things I've really been watching is how nonsensical each and every doctor runs the TARDIS control panel. I mean, it's not even.
It's a fully psychic. I think it's a fully psychic interface. Really flipping the knobs and switches doesn't do anything. It's just for show.
Yeah, I know that, but it's kind of ridiculous that they make such a ham-fisted attempt out of it.
Because it's a thing.
Speaking
cool.
of niche games that I know Burgundy's going to order as soon as I talk about it. Burgundy, did you play the Persona series?
I have the last one on the Vita.
So you do have Persona 4 Golden?
Yes.
Have you played it?
No.
Okay.
I played it for
He doesn't play games. He just buys them.
No, I actually will, because everybody talks about this one, and I will get to it.
And it is fantastic. And once you do, then it's going to be worse than Marvel Puzzle Quest. I'll tell you that right now. But what they Atlas
you mean Tiny
announced,
Death Star?
Whatever. Yes, all of the above. So Atlas has announced earlier this week that it is bringing a Persona 4 Dancing All Night PlayStation Vita rhythm game based on the Demon Fusing RPG series. So literally you're going to play as one of the main characters, and it will have multiple tracks from Persona 4, Persona 4 Golden, and the anime series, and they haven't exactly said exactly what the mechanic is going to be for the rhythm, but it does look like it's going to be touch interface and also movements with the Vita, swipes, touches, and moving the Vita around. Is this something you're interested in?
Are you talking to me?
I am talking to you.
No, I actually don't do rhythm games all that much.
So, Neo Sapien, I know you do, and you own a Vita. Is this something that appeals to you?
Well, I've managed to buy one Persona game and never play it. So I'm not invested in that series.
Yes,
I would have to see
you are
it.
heavily invested in rhythm games.
Yeah, I would have to see it. I mean, is it going to be Patapon-esque? Is it going to be more?
Now that was a good one.
I love
That was a good
Patapon.
one. Is it going to, it all depends on the mechanic. I'd have to see it in motion to know. And again, the draw of like a rock band or something like that. It's songs it's Persona songs, which I don't know. And I'm assuming there are very, very little in the way of lyrics, so it's going to be all instrumentals. So if it's like Rock Band Blitz, that was enjoyable, even though I never actually bought it. If it's going to be like a lot of the kind of rip-off ones, or like how DJ Hero was, then no.
Now, Valk, would you borrow Neo Sapien's Vita, download it using his credit card information, and play it?
I don't know. As far as the rhythm games go, it pretty much started and ended with Rock Band and Patapon, which I don't have. I've only borrowed.
So I think your credit card information is safe, Neo Sapien.
Good, because I don't include it on my thing anyway, but my my $50 card in my wallet might have been in danger.
Yes.
Considering he's the reason I even have PlayStation Plus, I'd consider he's pretty safe. I'd give him some credit for that one.
Okay. Does anyone else have I've got two left. Does anyone else have any news?
I have a hilarious little, just a small one that we saw a video online of somebody playing the. It's just about the pervasiveness of the Xbox Connect. Everybody's like, great, like, all I have to do is say Xbox on, it turns on, they do all that kind of stuff. Well, apparently somebody was playing the NBA 2K14, and they were playing the career mode, and apparently they dropped an F-bomb while they were playing, and it fined them didn't find them in the game, it penalized them in the game for using foul language, and the
Personal
other team
foul.
got
Personal foul, and the computer got 2 free free throws. Everybody had to stay behind the line. It was hilarious.
like that's hilarious.
Guy goes off on the game. It's hilarious.
That is just awesome that it did that. That is such a jerk move from the console. And I support that fully. I think that is just an awesome use of just jerk technology right there. That is just great.
Indeed,
Shouldn't that really be a
why
technical?
you are amazing.
What happened here?
I am not sure.
Somebody joined us.
I think somebody joined us.
I didn't know they could do
Oh.
that.
Someone named Mike.
Someone named Mike Phelps, that's named Ponard Supreme on YouTube.
Awesome. Hello.
Hello, Governor.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you guys hear Mike?
Yeah.
I can, yeah.
I can't because he's only on the.
Oh, he's not on the Skype.
Oh, that's
He's
right.
not on Skype,
Yeah, it's
so
on
that's
Skype.
all right.
Oh, I'm not on the Skype. Well, I'm in the Google Hangout. That's why I'm not on the Skype.
Well, Neo, since you can hear him, why don't you find out who he is and what he plays, and we'll continue on from there.
Well, right now, I'm more of a PC gamer. DC
Sweet.
Universe Online. Though my name is Pwn Nerd, so you can probably guess why I call myself Pwn Nerd. I mean, I'm on a panel full of gamers right now. If no one has heard the term Pwn on this console of wise individuals, I should just go hang up the Poner Supreme mantle and just walk away from YouTube forever.
No, we all know what it is.
And what do you guys think of the nerd behind Pwn? I mean, tell me that doesn't seem like an epic choice of words.
This is very, very good wording. Very good wording.
Thank you. But Dave, you are the stuff of legends.
Oh, Burgundy. Awesome.
Burgundy's getting the love.
What? I like where this is going. And Dave's buzzing, so I know he's loving this. Why? Explain.
Now I'm like,
why
is
he
this
stuff of
happening,
legend?
or are you guys just messing with me or something?
No, he can't be messing with you. He sounds like, yeah, continue. I want to know why is Dave awesome? Burgundy.
He's
we call
awesome because he is a gamer. Not to mention, I mean, look at his background. I mean, you've got the little robot, you've got...
Oh, literally, you meant his physical background. I'm like, we never talked about his
And then he's just, like, looking down at his camera. He's like, I rule you, camera. Not the other way around. His camera's like, hi, I'm taller than you, camera. And you're going to realize that.
And he's the shortest person on the podcast, too, so that's hilarious.
He's not compensating.
Yeah, he's only really 4'9".
Now, the funniest thing about this is he's not compensating at all when this comes down to it. He's not, like, staring down at the camera. You want to know something? I know I'm taller than you. This chair doesn't look awkward at all.
And that's basically just out of sheer laziness, because I didn't want to like set up any kind of proper desk or anything like that. Just sitting here.
Yeah, but Dave, that's classic Dave, though. I mean, this is the first time you pull off stuff like this. Yet, when you do it, you epically like don't even mention it when the stuff starts and own it the second it happens. I mean, you can actually roll with it, which is one of the best qualities I think you have.
Who is this?
Somebody who's watching the
It's a
podcast.
guy, yeah.
I've watched the podcast a few times. I'm actually going to be starting up Talk Nerdy to Me. I'm going to be focusing on gaming, comics, science, and reason.
Nice.
So I am sort of, I wouldn't say forced with yours. There are some podcasts that are gaming related that are forced. I mean, oh my god. It's like watching dry nails on a board. This one is just epically hilarious because no matter who's on the board, it's just, shiza. That's all I'm going to say.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for that. That's awesome.
BGN works amazing. You guys are basically awesome all around.
This needs to happen like all the time. Like I feel great right now.
I feel amazing. And
Well,
it's
I
not,
guess,
yeah.
I guess do you have any questions for the panel? Since
Yeah.
Yes. Gaming related questions for the
Sure.
panel.
It
Console,
could be anything. Right now.
Xbox One or PS4?
Oh boy. You're at a PS4 majority right here, but I have an Xbox One and I love it and I'm gonna keep it, and I don't have any reason to get a PS4 right now. But talk to them. Talk to them.
Art. But oh man, that's not the first time you've actually been sort of the odd man out when it comes to the whole. Oh man.
The current console war.
The current console war. You're not.
Yeah.
This isn't the first time you've been the odd man out. It's like watching a bad episode of South Park right now. I mean, the 3-part episode going on with South Park is hilarious, and this is like watching Kenny jump ship right now. That's basically what you remind me of, Art.
Oh, okay.
But oh man, oh shoot. But what is the best game that you guys think is coming out for the new systems?
I'm gonna say Titan. No, I'm not gonna say Titanfall because Destiny is amazing.
Yeah, I think Destiny and Infamous Second Son for me are the two. You go with the multi-platform in a specific.
Matthew, this is why. Oh my god, thank you. Infamous looks like the best thing by far to come out for the new systems. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was actually going to go with the with Infamous 2 or with the Infamous game as well. That was the one that like really. I was actually hoping that was going to be a launch game for some reason because I'm an idiot. Like, for some reason, I thought that was going to be a day one release. I'm like, yeah, they showed a trailer, so that's going to be a day one game.
You're actually
my
not
money.
alone on that. I thought it was a release game too.
Okay, all right, so I'm not alone. I don't feel too bad. But, like, I totally thought that was going to be, like, a day one game.
So you can't really be that mad at the PS4.
No, not at all, because I got Knack, and that's
I was adequately
fantastic.
surprised. I'm not going to lie. I was adequately surprised at the games that were actually out for PS4 release day. They were at least somewhat of a pretty good selection. They covered at least across the board. I'd say better than Microsoft did.
I agree, because I
By
just
far.
have 3 games. That's it. And,
I hear that Rise is a winner.
Oh, jeez. I didn't even bother with that. No way. I knew something was off about it because it just showed parts flying off, and I was like, this isn't. Where's the fun? We see body parts fly off. We have Walking Dead. We have everything. We have. No, we're.
No, but body parts flying off is awesome. Doesn't anybody remember Eternal Darkness? Freaking great
Yes,
game.
and it was. Yeah, we talked about it last time, and it was awesome. But that was actually a good game.
That had the dude that played Voltan from Flash Gordon. That
I did
automatically
not
makes
know
it an
that.
awesome game.
That's amazing.
They,
Sure, automatic, but
I'd say probably the two.
No,
that I'm-
automatic. Hold on. Put the big bald guy back on.
big bald guy back on.
See,
We're
Neo.
already talking, Burgundy.
There's 2 of us. Which one?
Oh,
Say,
the other
it's-
bald guy.
4 out of 5 of us are pretty thoroughly losing our hair.
Voltan was awesome. Thank you. He's on the screen again. Voltan was awesome. Shut up.
Excuse me, Dave.
I'd say probably the 2 games I'm looking forward to the most are The Order 1886 and Tom Clancy's The Division, by far.
Yeah.
That is the
Oh,
most look forward to game.
That Division game looked pretty. That was the one with the little like ball thing.
Tablet, or you can control it with your phone or tablet.
The only thing that gets me about the Division is Clancy. His last few games have been up to the level that I expect from him. If that makes sense. I expect better, and I've been let down the last few games.
See, I've never
Okay.
played any of them, so it would be all new to me.
Played any of what?
The Tom
Clancy
Clancy
games.
stuff.
His comment was that the last few Tom Clancy games have been less than meeting expectation. Well, they said they basically met his expectation, but his expectation was that they weren't going to be as good as they could have been.
Exactly.
From everything I've seen on this one, I'm expecting it to be knocked out of the park on the first try.
Because I actually
live
think
up to half
that
of what they
if they
showed
could
in that,
actually get
And that was supposed to be a real alpha footage video that they put on. I would be thrilled.
See, I think Infamous is going to be better.
He said he thinks Infamous is going to be better. Sorry, because he's
Yeah, I can't-
the audio
sorry.
thing where we're trying to trust channels here. Anyway, he said that he thinks Infamous is going to be better.
I think
And
Infamous,
he's correct.
yeah, I think Infamous is going to be
He's
fantastic. I'm really looking forward to Infamous as well, but I don't know. With the Order, since we found out that was not a pre-rendered trailer, that's actually the gameplay of what they showed off at.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that was actual gameplay footage. That
Yeah,
was
those
not-
particle effects are real time. It's
Yeah.
Okay, but it still
I-
wasn't superherows.
What's that?
So it still wasn't
Superheroes,
superheroes.
No, I'm right there with you. I mean, I'm all about it.
I mean, you
I
guys
just-
know I'm a DCU
parkour.
fan, so I mean, I'm playing a superhero every night. So when
Yeah.
Infamous 2 comes out, when Infamous comes out, that's going to basically do it for me. I mean, I'm a superhero gamer through and through. I mean, if I can get an MMORPG superhero game going and has great story mode going along with the gameplay itself, I've died and gone to heaven.
Now, do you play Marvel Puzzle Quest? That's the important question.
Oh, jeez.
Wait a minute. So you're a PC gamer who's into superhero stuff, right?
Yes.
All right. So are you one of those like Darknet guys that are not Darknet? That's a stupid term for it. But you heard about those like underground servers that are keeping city heroes alive? Are you in one of those?
No, I'm not. I've seen them be in gameplay. I've seen how epically amazing City of Heroes was, but I think City of Heroes was if anything, was the predecessor to DCUO Online. I mean, well, not DCUO Online, DCUO, because DCUO, you can say what you want to about Sony, it's just the level and depth that goes into that game is so much better than anything else that actually has been out there, and just the game time being, well, not the game time, the gameplay itself actually just, the power sets are so dynamic and unique to that game itself.
Yeah, since Walt can't hear you,
I actually heard that.
Oh, you heard that, all right.
And I agree wholeheartedly. I love DCUO Online. Have you played Champions Online?
Yes, and I still like DC.
Okay, and I'm looking forward to see. They just started a Kickstarter for a successor to City of Heroes, so I'll be interested to see how that tracks, and if they've learned anything since City of Heroes, because I was a long-time City of Heroes player.
Can we talk about that City of Heroes thing real quick?
Sure.
Is it a prequel, or is it something that's basically just going to be like 5 years after the storyline?
That I did not hear.
Oh, okay. All right.
He asked if you knew where this proposed Kickstarter one was going to take place relative.
I believe
Into
it's
the storyline.
Kickstarter City of Heroes.
Oh, he's looking it up right now.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
In the meantime, while you're looking that up, the this whole City of Heroes thing, like these rogue servers that they have set up after the game went down, like I think they're actually run by people who like made the game.
I've actually heard that theory before.
I have friends that are on it, and that's the only explanation, because I was asking them all kinds of questions about it.
From what I've
And
seen of the gameplay,
they're real hush-hush about it.
servers, it's, if you've ever actually been on an underground server for a game, it's one of the best ones you'll ever see. I mean, I've been on ones for WoW, I've been on ones for Rift, and the ones for City of Heroes, by far, at least graphics-wise, are epically amazing. I think that I've got to actually say that the underground servers do better than the real gameplay for City of Heroes itself.
I'm telling you, I asked all kinds of questions. I have a couple friends that are actually in them, and it's invite only. Like, it's a real specific thing that's going through, and everybody's got to keep their mouth shut about it.
Just getting video of seeing what those servers look like take twisting somebody's arm. That's the best way to put it.
It's crazy, but I think it's actually run by the people that made the game, and I think they're just...
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
They're just working on stuff, and they're taking... They took like a core group of people who were like, really into the game, and they're still playing, and they're actually making all the modifications to it, and that's probably what they're just turning into their next game. And this is just all their beta testing of everything, so they have it all proved out. But apparently people are loving it, and it's awesome.
So the short answer is it's a new setting called Titan City, and it talks about a city being rebuilt, a world being rebuilt after devastation. Okay. They aren't specifically citing, say, City of Heroes, but they're nodding to it a lot in this. But basically, it's going to be a brand new system that's coming out of the ashes of the end of City of Heroes.
Now, if they could work that in with the release of the Steam box, that's something that would actually get me to go towards the Steam box, and just that's something that could actually be a pretty good launching for the Steam box to sort of offshoot the DCUO type stuff going on out there. I think that that actually would give it at least a competitive edge when it comes down to playing against DCUO. Because, I mean, one of the best things about DCUO is the storyline that goes along with the comic books. I mean, what they've done to actually link that to the reboot in the New 52 and just what's going on in comic books right now is pretty interesting, not to mention every DLC that gets released. I can't complain. DCL, DLC.
So just the short version of this, they asked for 180,000 plus 70,000, so 250,000 basically is what they were looking for. They got 678,000. 320 was their goal. They got 678,000. So they will be producing this project.
When should it be launched?
What was the question?
When it will be launched?
Have a launch date.
They do not have a launch window as of yet. They just closed the Kickstarter. It looks like. I'm looking to see if they mention anything about a release window, but I don't see one on here.
So
But
how do I
you can find it
rate
at
Okay.
Kickstarter.com, and it's called the Phoenix Project: City of Titans.
Oh god, that sounds awesome.
So yeah, you can
I
definitely check that out.
epically am. Oh man, that shit sounds amazing. I am not gonna lie.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us for our 100th episode. I think we've got a couple more pieces of news. You're welcome to stick around and weigh in on commentary if you'd like, and then we'll wrap this bad boy up and put it to bed, much like Neo Sapien, who's old.
Hey, I'm not gonna let you pick on Neo Sapien.
Wow, somebody starting
so
up.
now we know who paid him to
That's
join.
different.
Yeah.
I
Let's
mean,
see.
he's like a member of your family when it comes down to you guys doing these podcasts.
Well,
He is
yeah.
a member of my
Yeah, literally, biologically with one person here, and I was at both house for Thanksgiving, so that was pretty sweet. So.
How often do you guys actually come across somebody that actually watches the podcast, though?
What was that again?
How often do you guys come across somebody that's a fan of sorts?
This is really kind of the first time.
Yeah.
I
Mark,
didn't know
how many
anybody
times-
actually watched this. I didn't know we were recording this and uploading this.
No,
This is all news to me.
So the short answer is we actually have interacted with folks before. I generally don't leave the auto join available to be on, but I thought, you know what? And I actually did a broadcast as soon as we started the live broadcast, inviting people to come be a part of the show. So I'm guessing you found it through either the TGN Army or through Twitter. And if that's the case, or through Google Hangouts, or Google Plus, because
Yeah,
it got broadcast there when we started the show also. So I'm guessing one of those three is. Am I right?
He said Twitter.
Yeah. So that, and I left the auto join on so that people could join us if they wanted to. So you're the first person to actually take us up on it.
I've got to say, it was epic. Not to mention Dave. Oh. Dave. Just Dave. My heart has gone out to you every episode that I've seen you on. That's
You were
all I'm
welcome
gonna say.
back.
It's like
The
the champion has arrived when it comes to gaming. I mean, oh my. You are the unsung hero of this group. That's all I've got to say.
Thank you.
It's like every
Without humility
episode,
possible.
Dave outdoes himself in some way, shape, and or form, like he is with the camera right now. There's like some little thing that he does that's just like, it's completely obvious, yet it's like no one even notices.
I love this guy.
That's one of the best things about this show that I love.
All right, well, we'll
He
try.
knows what he's talking about.
More news
Listen
articles
to
in
him.
here. I'm sure you guys all saw all of the number wars that have been going back and forth between Sony and Microsoft, and of course that
Crazy
continued
ones.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah, did Microsoft release anything after
No,
that?
they have put out no firm numbers, so
All right, so
to
tomorrow
me that
we're
means
probably gonna
Sony's
see
winning.
something.
But yeah, Sony put out they've hit 2.1 million now as of yesterday
Now,
after
the important-
31 country rollout.
The important side note to make here is that this is actually sell through. These are in the hands of the consumers,
Yeah,
not
this isn't stock
not
in the
sold to
somewhere.
stores, right?
Yeah. So this is in customers' hands, over 2.1 million units sold. It's almost impossible. I have a coworker who tried for 2.5 weeks to get a unit before he finally got one. So they are rare. At least vendor or stores out in this neck of the woods are getting like single-digit number of units per shipment. I mean, there have been no big shipments coming in. And now, granted, I live in the middle of nowhere, so your mileage may vary. Probably not Toad Monkey's. His mileage is probably about the same.
Yep.
But yeah, the demand is strong. Can't keep them in stock, and now in 33 countries, 2.1 million worldwide. Let's see, there is an update here with a Microsoft response, but I think it's just generic. Yeah, we're in 13 countries. We're exceeding our stock. Hoorah! We're breaking all our records. But
No,
no,
Blah blah blah.
It's easy
but
to
no,
say.
no hard
Yeah,
numbers. To
I really
comparison.
can't wait.
Yeah, with those
like,
numbers that you actually just brought up, though, is that actually bringing up the backlog? Because I've heard there's a backlog on online orders too.
No, these are actual units that have actually reached customers' hands. So the back orders that are online or the waiting list or whatever, it's not counting them.
Okay. Because that's something that's last I heard it's like 3 weeks from people that I've actually been talking to. It's completely ridiculous what's going on with us right now. They were completely under the units that they created for the launches themselves was completely underestimated.
Yeah, and since we haven't heard like any major reporting about the infamous what color light of death was it? The flashing blue light of death or whatever it was. That was like 2 days after launch, and since there's been like zero talk about it, so I'm guessing that was about as overinflated as it seemed like it really was when it was coming out. So I mean, my heart goes out to the people who had that happen to them. It sounds like Sony's taking care of you, which is great. I don't begrudge anyone on either side to get a outright broken system, whether they got the grinding drive of death or the flashing blue light of death. Either
Right,
way,
and
it
you'll
sucks.
notice that we haven't heard a whole lot more notifications about the Xbox grinding either.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I'm fairly sure that all of it was the vocal majority just basically screaming at launch, hey, that there's a broken
Hey,
things
there's something wrong. Look at me.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's basically.
But you do that anyways.
Yeah, I do it all the time because I want
That's
to.
one of the things about the Xbox One of why I'm somewhat. You made my head spin like on Ghostbusters. That's all I gotta say. When you actually said that you had the Xbox One, I was thinking that PS4 across the board here, but yet again, you've surprised me in epic ways that only you could do.
Oh,
He's
thank
the
you
one
very
with
much.
money. The rest of us are just poor. We couldn't afford the extra $100. He's the one that's balling.
Oh my gosh, it's because I'm single and I have a puppy. That's it.
You played.
He's just like
This is not
dripping
the
in it.
first time you played the puppy art.
No,
It's your go-to to play here.
no. If anything,
Well-
the puppy should be the reason I have a girlfriend. But it's not.
Well,
Okay,
you also have to
Not
keep
the
in
first
mind
time
that
you blamed your puppy
is
art.
the closest thing
No,
we
he
have
doesn't
on this.
have a steady girlfriend because he's just beating off like different women
Whoa,
every
whoa,
night.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
You know that's what's happening.
No,
Look at him.
no,
Family
no.
podcast.
Family podcast.
I
Yeah.
understand.
So-
I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, I would actually say that part of the reason is because Toad Monkey is the closest thing we have to a bro shooter football fan on the podcast panel. Because
Yes,
he likes.
the big Doctor Who nerd of the group is totally the bro. We are in sad shape.
Hey, when
Art-
Toad Monkey
Art.
calls me up on the phone saying, "Dude, I just split screen between the internet and watching football
No, I was
with my
playing Dead Rising
voice."
3. I was playing Dead Rising 3 and watching football at the same
To
time.
be fair, though, Art
With
loved
my voice,
Day of the
you can
Doctor, which
connect.
I actually fully respect. I mean, Art was his words about Day of the Doctor were epic.
Oh, whose was on Day of the Doctor? You're talking about Doctor Who now.
Doctor Who right now.
Yes. What'd you say?
Day of the Doctor, epic or not?
Oh, that was.
Oh, epic across the
Whoa.
board. I don't
Epic.
think there's any of us that would say that it was not.
I like I
Have
said on
we
the
issues with
podcast,
it?
I've already watched it like 6 times.
I know.
I'm
that's
fairly
one of
sure it's the
things-
best episode I've ever watched.
Honestly, that's one of the things that I've got to say about you, Art. You're a fellow Doctor Who fan. I could go
Yeah.
grab something right now and you'd understand what the sound is. Don't
Yeah.
make me go get my sonic screwdriver.
No, I can grab all 3 of mine.
I can go grab all 4 of
Have
mine.
they put out the War Doctor one yet? I haven't seen it.
No, I haven't seen it. Well, someone might have made it like themselves, maybe on Etsy. But,
Wait
oh,
a minute.
and my sister is
Is
working
this the
on a
first Doctor
scarf.
Who like junk waving contest on the internet?
Oh, okay, I'm getting my stuff. I'll be right back.
All right, while he does that, let's get the last piece of news.
Hold on. I'll be right back. Got to go my
Gran Turismo 6. The yeah. Well, it's about to come out, and Sony expects it to move a lot of PlayStation 3s. The interesting thing is we've found out previously that this will be the first Gran Turismo game to have optional microtransactions to allow players to purchase credits to buy new cars rather than earning them through play. So this is the list of microtransaction prices. So for 500,000 in-game credits, you pay basically €5, which would equate to about, I think, $8.59 here. For 1 million in-game credits, it would be €10, which would be like $18 here. 2.5 million credits is €20. 7 million in-game credits is €50. So what does that mean? Well, the most expensive car in the game is the Jaguar XJ13, and it's priced at 20 million credits, which means that you would have to spend €120 just to get that car.
So basically, you can start making payments on the real car.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's brilliant, because people are going to
I don't think you're paying real-world money for a car in a game.
Yeah, for a Gran Turismo car. I think that left the microtransaction behind somewhere.
Well, I will say that not all of them are like that. Like I've been looking at the YouTube video. A lot of them are 100,000, 197,000. That is the extreme, but there are some that are like 1.2 million. In-game credits, 1.5 million in-game credits,
but
and even
they have a Honda Fit Sport Edition because that is a real.
That's the only car
sports
Burgundy
car.
will ever need.
I'm pretty sure they do actually.
It has paddle shifters. Thank you very much.
But do they have a Prius?
Now, Art, if you can actually show me you have a vortex manipulator, then you'll earn my respect because I can show you one on camera.
Don't make fun of my Prius.
Show me the vortex manipulator.
I don't have one. I haven't been able to find one.
No
around here.
vortex manipulator.
No.
All you need is a sonic screwdriver, a Doctor Who look, or Jack Harkness, and then you have vortex manipulator. I mean, come on. Vortex manipulator, how epic was that in the day of the Doctor?
That was really neat that they mentioned it, that they even said that it was from him, and it said that they acquired it from one of his deaths. That made
From Miracle Day. They actually said it was from, I'm actually thinking it was the one from Miracle Day.
Okay.
Remember what happened remember when Torchwood blew up, which I love Torchwood being an anagram from Doctor Who itself.
Hold on, we don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah, we're going
into
dangerous territory.
Yeah, we're going to Neo-Sapien territory. And
hey.
I love how we turned that into a joke on Neo. That was just
Remember?
Neo,
We
I'm
did it
sorry.
before.
Is why
Did it before.
is the linchpin of everything here.
All I'm going to say, Neo Sapien, you finally have met your, at least, nerdish equal when it comes to it, because I am Ponerd Supreme.
Yes.
I did not know you had a fourth scarf, Neo-Sapien. That's awesome. My sister's working on one for me right now.
Yeah, this was actually hand knit. I mean, this isn't something I bought. This was given to me as a gift.
Yeah, she's making it for my
have a hat?
Christmas present.
Do you have a 7 hat, though? Is the
No.
No, I didn't. I actually want a baker hat so that I can have the scarf and the coat and the hat, and then I just need to find a bag of Jelly Babies and I'll be set.
That's awesome.
What'd you think of him in, I'm not going to give it away, but what'd you think of,
Yes.
tell me that,
Yes.
I was waiting for him to offer the jelly.
But yes, but that
That
would
would
have
have been
made it
epic, him
too
offering it
obvious.
to
That would
himself.
have made it too obvious. This way they left it open enough. Anyway. Okay, yes, dangerous territories. Dangerous.
Yeah, Neo-Sapien.
Bad geeks. Bad
So let's go ahead and round out final thoughts for this week. We'll go down the list. We'll start with Toad Monkey.
I could not have told you that I was going to be in Doctor Who attire at the end of this, but since it happened, you should always have your Doctor Who stuff ready to go. Yes.
Burgundy.
Hold on. I thought there was something else I had to say about stuff. Did we cover porn on the PS4?
No.
No.
Did we talk about people like getting naked on
Oh, we did that
PS4?
last week.
Oh, we did do that. Oh, we did do that last week. That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All I have to say is, how drunk do you have to be? I mean, come
Pretty
on.
drunk.
I'd imagine people don't have to be that drunk for that anymore.
No, but I mean, allegedly, she didn't know he did. I mean, he completely disrobed her off camera, and
Yeah,
then
but
all of a sudden the
isn't-
camera comes back on, and she's
Has there been
bare.
more since then, though? That's what I wanted to know.
Well, probably.
Twitch has been really cracking down on non-gaming streams, so they're closing and banning all non-gaming streams that they see.
Damn, that's gotta be a
Ah.
job. Sit
So
there and
Dave,
are
it's not a
all that
true
stuff.
episode until we flash back to the Atari.
Hold
So,
on.
what are you
Custer's
going to do?
Revenge?
Come on.
Let me
Show
find
us
my
that
link.
and
Oh, wait.
flash back to the Atari.
Hold on. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
That shows you how hardcore of a gamer he really is when he
Look
can
at-
just pull out the Atari without even digging it out.
It actually has controllers that can fit the original Atari. That is kind of badass.
That was actually the best thing about the Flashback 3 model, though.
Yeah, that's why I picked that one up. I was really happy about that. I found that in a what was one of those? Is a drugstore. They had it on sale one day, and I was just like, I have to get this.
You mean a Walgreens?
Oh my God, you're psychotic. Psychic.
Psychotic.
Got it.
It's like,
So
how
what's
they-
that created?
Psychotic. Psychotic. That sounds like a Pokemon now.
You were like in my head.
Psychotic, go.
He's right.
I told
I
you.
just bought
Psychotic.
I just bought the Pokemons for my niece and nephew for Christmas.
Nice.
XY.
X and Y, because I got them 2DSs.
I
Nice.
actually seriously considered picking one up.
I figured, well, what the hell? I mean, I figured for the cost savings of the 2DSs, I got to get them extra games.
If you fold the 2DS, you're doing it wrong. I'm just saying.
You can't fold a 2DS.
Oh, you can.
You
With a
can't.
pneumatic press.
You can, but you're doing it wrong.
No, you should not. And
You
that is
should not.
disrespectful to a portable, and I will not stand for it.
Valk, your final thoughts for this week.
My final thoughts.
I'm hoping it includes how
Well-
epically awesome I am.
Actually, yeah, I am gonna, since this is my first episode on, I'm gonna come in on this, which is gonna sideswipe probably everybody except for maybe Neo, and throw out there my favorite game of all time still. To this day, PS1 game. Brain fart.
Remember what it's
I
called.
mean, I don't remember what it is. That's fantastic.
Vagrant Story. Still my number one favorite game of all time.
Very good game.
I've got to go with GoldenEye to counter that.
Actually, I have it somewhere around here.
GoldenEye?
The original PS1 disc.
Oh no, he's talking Vagrant. Sorry. They're both good. I mean, both classic games in their own genre. I do kind of wish that to me, Vagrant Story was an evolution of actually Parasite Eve, which is one of my favorite games of the PS1 generation. And I do kind of wish that type of action RPG had continued on in its life cycle, because I think it would be sick to see what that could be like today. And obviously, GoldenEye, one of the first really, 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 really big console shooters. So, yeah, both very important games in their own respect.
Do you know what my favorite PS1 game was?
Has to have like ponies or Disney
No, you'll
princesses
never
or
guess.
something.
You will never guess in a million years.
Toomba.
No.
Tobal number 2.
No, NHL Power Play Hockey 96.
Oh, you're right.
Made
I
by
never would've
Virgin
guessed that.
Interactive, the first hockey game to have like independent lines that you could sit there and like do the offensive lines and the defensive lines all on the fly and everything like that.
Wasn't
They
there
did it
some
on the Saturn
This is
too.
episode
Isn't that
100.
Virgin Interactive? It eventually
This is
became the
episode
NHL
100.
2K series.
Epic answer from left field goes to...
Damn!
I don't think that was left field. I think that was outside the stadium. I think that was on
That was on the parking lot.
Epic
That.
game from, like, outside the universe itself goes to Dave. That's why he's epically awesome.
out of there somewhere.
That was the alley, back alley brawl out next to the parking lot of the stadium.
That was like the Fight Club of this podcast. That was like where the heck did that come from? We're just not going to talk about that anymore. Only the man that could pull an Atari system out of his pocket would say that.
Just when you think you have all the answers, I change all the questions.
Because he's Dave.
I thought I was sitting pretty good. I actually have mine set up downstairs. It's one of the original ones.
The one that you had to turn upside down?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I loved how back in the day how that was like you call Sony, it's like, hey, something's wrong with my PlayStation, and they're like, oh, nothing's wrong. Hey, if you turn it upside down, it'll work fine. That doesn't seem right. No, it's totally good. It's totally fine, but we can fix it for you for $50. No, wait a minute. That means there's something wrong with it. No, there's nothing wrong with it.
Just turn it upside down.
Oh no, I was talking about the Atari. I have an original Atari set up downstairs.
Oh, one of the original wood grain ones. I love those.
Do you have VT though? That's the real question.
Oh God.
Oh gosh, no.
I don't on
You
principle.
had to go there. You had to go there.
That's so terrible.
I
Was
have
I the only
Pac-Man.
one that fell in love with Duck Hunt the second I actually played it?
Oh,
Yeah, that's
geez.
bad.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of everybody. Mike, thanks for joining us.
Can I
I've
give
hidden
my
that from
2
the.
cents?
Gonna hide everybody from the broadcast, and I have gotten rid of that one also. Eject. Yes.
Number 100, everybody.
Yay!
Oh,
Fantastic.
jeez.
Jesus, Jones.
So hooray. Other than that, Neo Sapien, your final thoughts?
It's all fun and games until a really tiny penis shows up.
Yeah.
I think that about sums it up. I was just about to go and say, as the unofficial community manager,
No, I'm
I was
actually
really...
glad that happened because I really feel awesome about myself now.
Well, no, I...
Oh, he's still here.
like that's the greatest thing ever. I feel amazing.
Oh,
now.
dear God. Dear God. Dear...
I didn't even realize what was happening. All I heard was the music.
ring,
And I was like,
ding, and then what
and I
the-
looked down the screen like, oh Jesus!
At first, I thought it was actually the Ponerd guy, and I'm like, "Oh, seriously? He's trolling us after all this?" And then I realized it was a different guy. So that's good. That's good. I mean, we don't get a lot of feedback for the show, and I got to take the scarf off because I'm like boiling. Holy cow!
I really thought that was a chick for like 5 minutes there.
I did a quick search. He does have a Facebook page set up as Ponerd and everything. So he's definitely starting to do some stuff there. So it looks like he's also into science stuff. He's had a lot of Neil deGrasse Tyson and stuff on his Facebook page and stuff. So it was great to have him on. It was great to hear some feedback. Obviously, he has a slightly unhealthy obsession with Burgundy. But
There's nothing unhealthy about that.
Who doesn't really?
Shut your jealous mouth.
Yeah,
I am. It's pure jealousy. That's all it is. It's pure jealousy. But no, that was great. That was great until we had interesting stuff happen. But that wasn't his fault, obviously. So, yowza.
we can just blame the 100th episode. This is
It's something about number 100. What can you say? Anyway, I'm a little flabbergasted right now. Really, honestly, I'm flustered.
I know. I didn't know
How
they made
did
him that
this
tall.
happen? How did it come to this? Let's see. We've got. Okay, I'm gonna gripe a little bit. Have you all seen the name that was announced for the Christmas episode of Doctor Who?
What was it? The Time of the Doctor?
The Time of the Doctor. Okay,
Yeah.
we get it. Stop
We need to
with
stop of the
everything
Doctor.
being the something of the Doctor. All right, it's
Of the Doctor.
stop.
It's Moffat.
So
It's Moffat of the Doctor?
It's Moffat.
Doctor,
It
yes.
is. Yeah. It's
Well,
the
we had
Moffat
Muppets of the Doctor, so not that. But overall, I've had a blast with you guys. I think this has been a great thing. It's not always the easiest, we all have other stuff in our lives and things, and it's not always the easiest to be able to get on here and do this. So I appreciate you guys, and I really like it is what we do. And at least there are people out there that are enjoying this. We just need to hear from them more, because it's kind of so this is community manager plead to the community that it does drive us. I mean, it's easier to do this. It's more exciting to do this. It's nice to be able to interact with people. If we know that they're out there, and we know that you're out there, and you know what you want us to talk about, and even if it's just say, hey, keep doing what you're doing, it's great, we love it just the way it is. We could probably.
Even if you don't like something, we want to hear that.
Yeah, exactly. If it's
Yeah,
like,
clearly, you
don't
just
like-
want to show up and show your tiny junk. I mean, it's fine.
Okay, that is not acceptable.
That's
is a
not
perma
acceptable.
ban.
I'm
That is a
actually worried
perma ban
we broke
offense.
into-
I think it was really brave of that.
Especially since their full name was posted right up there.
Yeah,
with
It was actually posted up there.
There- That was, yeah. I mean, not even an alias.
They're now in my banned list. So
It was ballsy.
Only a little.
The ball.
Only a
Oh
little
my gosh.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm not even gonna say that. That was just really wrong. Brain to mouth filter. Keep working, please.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Anyway, I'd like to thank Valk for joining us. He was supposed to fill in for me last week, but had some technical hootenanny.
Interwebs was not working.
Yeah, the interwebs conspired against us. So yeah, stuff. I need to play my Vita more. I think I've had more than my fair share of closing thoughts. So there, we'll go with that.
I'll
All
take
right.
it off your hands.
So my final thought comes from my favorite book of all time. It's called Anguished English. It is a collection of essays of students to create a history of the world. I am just going to leave you with the first two paragraphs, since Yakamoto Joe is not here, sadly, to do his normal words of wisdom. I thought I would leave with this. Ancient Egypt was inhabited by mummies, and they all wrote in hydraulics. They lived in the Sahara Desert and traveled by Camelot. The climate of the Sahara is such that the inhabitants have to live elsewhere, so certain areas of the desert are cultivated by irritation. The pyramids are a range of mountains between France and Spain. The Egyptians built the pyramids in the shape of huge triangular cubes. The Bible is full of interesting caricatures. In the first book of the Bible, Genesis, Adam and Eve were created from an apple tree. One of their children, Cain, asked, "Am I my brother's son?" And so with that, and it goes through the entire history of the world. It's quite good. It's quite good. So on that note, until next week, game on.
Oh my gosh, game on.